My name is Bob Grant, and we're standing in front of a fallout shelter I had started building about 9 years ago. It's nearly in completion. Why a fallout shelter? Well, back in the 1961, I had a near-death experience, or you could call it near-life experience. And because of that, I know we are going to have a nuclear war. I'll tell you more about this later, but right now, let's talk about this shelter. This is a temporary door I put in a couple of years ago, so I can get in and out, with plans to add the main door over there. Well, we're at that stage. This wall is going to be a retaining wall to keep the soil back and the height up. And there was where the bathroom is, and I was going through the bathroom. Couldn't put a toilet in. No way I'm going to stumble over the toilet. So I got to wall that up, which I have already got the blocks started. Take this down, and then the dirt from there will come over here and fill. This is how I've been doing. I kind of worked my way out backfilling. It's only hours worth of backhoe work with a small backhoe. And 2 hours, or I mean 2 days of digging out by hand the stuff that slid in afterwards and expanding it to get to the size I want. Now I feel very happy to know that I'm almost done with this. If I ever use it, I'll probably not be here when they drop the bomb. I won't be near it. But then again, I might be. It's more a symbol to show people like you.
The Republic has to this interpreted. 3 great perils will come upon the Republic. The most fearful for her is the third. But the whole world united shall not prevail against her. Let every child of the Republic learn to live for his God, his land, and union.
Well, here we are, getting this wall in before we tear down this old temporary structure. I have to get these blocks on there. These are like old blocks. They come off a building. They're like a foot long. It's still your normal 16 inches. Built really heavy. Good enough for this temporary, well, it's not temporary, but for this part. This temporary, and I know you're probably wondering, what is this near-death experience? It would make a guy want to build a shelter. Well, it was quite an experience. In fact, it's classified. I don't know if you can enter my records, but while I was in the Army, they said I was schizophrenic, ran me through a bunch of psychiatrists, ended up in Walter Reed, said they proved me wrong. In the end, they said they couldn't prove me wrong, and it went along with some theories they had, and the file would be classified, and no one could open it, except a few. It's probably been forgotten, sitting around now with the internet. Next, you know, Freedom of Information Act is probably out there for everybody. Really, I don't know. Well, we're getting there. So, that's kind of how it is. Well, here we are. We're going to build kind of a crib. Actually, it's going to be the entryway. We're going to pre-make it out here. Then we're going to lift it up and set it in place. It's kind of mucky there. I don't want to take any chances. It slides in and that. Dig it out, get it in there, set it, and we can cover it. These things here, these are 6 foot long used timbers that they use for your guard railing along highways. It's treated, and when I cut it out, notched it out so things lock together. And up there I got a bunch of lumber there. I got a farmer pack from one place, $40. I got a bunch of treated 4x4s and treated timbers and a bunch of 2x6s, 8s, 12s out of this pack. And there's a few other little odds and ends I have around here I'll use. I got some lumen roofing there to help cover it up, go over it. We're going to use some plastic to kind of shield it from the earth. And so I better get started on this project and get it ready, because tomorrow they're coming with the hole and start digging it out, and we're going to lift it up and put it on in.
You think 2 nails in each one's enough?
I'll put 3. Just pre-drill certain items that may keep you from splitting, even for nails. Well, Judy's getting the tops ready for the top of the posts, and then she's drilled them, then treat them, and then we'll come over here and put them up there on top. We have these nails, as you can see, they're 1 foot long and they're 3/8. That's why we pre-drill. They're pretty good size. They might split the wood if we didn't pre-drill. I'll just get them started with the hammer. Then I'll take the big guy. We'll drive him in. Well, we got ready to put in the hole once it's dug, and the machine's coming right on its way to get ready to dig this hole. And then we're just going to lift it up, set it in place, and get the tarps and plastic and the coverings to keep the moisture out and cover it up. In fact, I think I might take a lunch break. Well, we got backfilled, pretty wore out. A little bit of rain, some snow, not much snow, but where I got pretty close to being backfilled completely. I got a little bit of hand shoveling left. First, I'm going to put some plastic over it. I don't trust it, you know. All this rain that we've been getting, I could just see it wash back down. All this, gotta let it settle for a while. So I'm going to take a couple weeks break from this job and then come back and start cleaning up and working on the insides and joining everything, etc., etc. So I better get busy and start getting this plastic up, joining everything, etc., etc. Well, I just got it tarped just before the snow. Look at it. Yep, that's the way it is. It's pretty good sized plates. Probably turn the rain by tomorrow. Keeps that thing from washing away. So, I'm going to get out of here. Keeps that thing from... Behind me is a A-frame I've been working on. I made it out of an old growth cedar tree. I cut it up into lengths and planed it out. And this is what I'm going to use for the doorway going into the shelter. Now before I even start on this, I'm going to go up to the quarry, get some rock, and give myself a nice bed to work on so I don't have to get dirty or my structure dirty. I'm just filling in this drainage ditch. I put some pipe in, hooked up to my drainage line over here. I got to keep the water out. A little bit high above the water table is around this. But as long as I got these ditch, keeps it below, and I don't have any problems with water inside. To get into this shelter, and this is the back door, I call it, or the hatch. Yep, let's gotta lift this thing up. Go down this ladder that's inside there. So maybe you'd like to follow me and see what it's like down there. Well, come on, don't take your time, get down this ladder.